Hey coin collectors and welcome to the DC Coin Roll International Coin Channel. Today we got the 1960 Washington quarter from the United States. You see George Washington here facing to the left, Liberty above his head, 1960 underneath him, In God We Trust here, and then way down here at the bottom you can see there's some engraver's initials, and that's JF for John Flanagan. If we do look at this closely, we see this kind of brownish around the edges of this coin, and that's called a patina, and some collectors really love that, especially if it goes across the front of the coin. It can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the value of the coin. So if you do find one with a little bit of this brownish or colored stuff on the front, especially if it's kind of a rainbow color, tarnish is what it looks like. It's called a patina, and it could be very, very valuable. In 1960, they made these coins at the Philadelphia Mint and at the Denver Mint. At the Philadelphia Mint, they made 29,164,000 coins. The auction record for a Philadelphia Mint coin is 6,890, but that was for a Mint State 67 plus. They've since found a Mint State 68, so there might be a coin even more valuable than $7,000 from Philly. How can you tell it's from Philly? Well, there's no mint mark on the front of these coins in 1960. The mint marks are all on the back. So here's one from Philadelphia right here. You see no mint mark under there. That means it's Philadelphia. But if you get one like this, you see the D mint mark under there, that means it's from Denver. And on the back of these coins, it says United States of America, E Pluribus Unum. Down here it says $quarter. You have an eagle in the center holding a sheaf of arrows. And when you get really detailed, you can see that there's actually a ribbon Xing across those arrows. The eagle's feathered down below, and then there's an olive branch at the bottom. If you can see really, really good feathers down through the body on this coin, then you know you have a pretty expensive coin. And if you can see the beak line and the kind of cowlick on the back and a good eye, that also adds to the value of these coins. So this coin here, if we flip it over, we'll see it's from the Philadelphia Mint, but it turns out that it's not a regular Philadelphia Mint coin. This coin here is a proof coin, and they also made proof coins in 1960 at the Philadelphia Mint. And you can just see by the shininess of it, and you say, well, a proof coin wouldn't have the tarnish on it or the patina. They do, and so don't be misled into thinking this is a regular Philadelphia coin. So the proof coins themselves are not as valuable in 1960. The auction record for a proof coin from proof quarter from 1960 is $2,174 for a proof 69 versus the $7,000 plus for the regular circulating coin. They made these at the Denver Mint too, and this one right here with the D on it from the Denver Mint, they made 63 million, so they made about twice as many at Denver as they did at Philadelphia. Again, they're 90% silver, 10% copper. One of these coins, just in silver value alone right now, under the current market, $5.92 worth of silver in this coin, in terms of melt value silver. So they're very expensive just to get one that doesn't have any collector's value. At the Denver Mint, they found a spectacular version of this coin. It's a Mint State 67 plus, and it just has great patina or coloring on it. And there are 3 of those, and collectors spend as much as $23,000 for a Denver Mint quarter from 1960. So they made 63 million at Denver, 29 million at Philadelphia. And they also made at the Philadelphia Mint, in terms of proof coins, almost 1.7 million proof coins. How would you get the proof coins? Well, you'd get them in an envelope that looks a lot like this. Treasury Department, United States Mint, Philadelphia. It'd be kind of a brownish envelope. And then at the bottom down here would say 1960 PC, and that's the proof set coins. This is the 1961, so we don't have the envelope We don't have the 1960 envelope, but it would look exactly like this, except say 1960 on the bottom. Now, when we look at the 1960 quarters, some people talk about the large date and small date from 1960. When they're talking about the large date and small date, they're talking about pennies, not quarters. There are no large date and small date versions of the quarter from 1960. It's simply on the pennies. So don't look for large date and small date on these quarter dollar coins. These coins first came out in 1932 on the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth, and have essentially stayed the same since then, except for one thing, and that is the modern quarters are not silver at all. They have copper nickel blend on the outside and copper on the inside. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.